Once upon a time, there was a girl named Holly who felt like she was invisible to her family. Even when she was right in front of them, they couldn't see her. One day, while having dinner with her dad, sister, and brother, Holly's dad served food to everyone except her. It was as if she wasn't there. But then, her mom entered the room, her face beaming with happiness. Holly's mom was the only one who could see her and truly cared for her. One special day, Holly's mom gave her a necklace with a kaleidoscope. It was magical. It allowed Holly to see things clearly. However, sadness soon overshadowed their lives when Holly's mom fell terribly ill with cancer. Despite their love and care, Holly's mom passed away, leaving Holly heartbroken. She missed her mom dearly and couldn't stop thinking about her. As Holly went to school, she felt like nobody noticed her. It was as if she was invisible to everyone there too. Holly noticed her family was using her room as a storage space for old and unnecessary things. It made her feel really sad and lost. She didn't know what to do about it. Meanwhile, her brother found a new spot to live in, the basement. He loved making videos and had turned it into his creative space. Holly's sister got married and was happily living with her husband. Their dad still worked at an insurance company, and the family stayed together under one roof. Even though Holly felt glad seeing her family happy, she also felt a bit left out. Eventually, she found a house in a building and moved there. Holly decided to use her invisibility in a unique way. She became a spy. She'd sneak around and take pictures of celebrities or actresses if they were dating someone, and then send those pictures to news reporters for money. Because nobody could see her, Holly could go anywhere without feeling embarrassed or ashamed. She didn't worry about what people thought since she was invisible to them. As usual, one day Holly was following a celebrity to collect evidence against her when she accidentally bumped into a bouncer named Shane. Surprisingly, Shane could see Holly, which puzzled her because he was the only person who could see her since her mom passed away. Holly had many questions for Shane, but he left without answering any. Later, when Holly got home and lay down, she remembered seeing Shane before. She checked her albums and realized that Shane was one of the dishonest celebrities she had been tracking. She took a picture of him and sent it to a reporter. Holly then started searching the internet about Shane and discovered that he used to be the first champion in the world. He had a relationship with a model, and they liked each other. However, because of Holly's spying, everyone found out about Shane and the model. The picture Holly took showed Shane and the model together, causing his fans to turn against him. Due to the tension, when Shane fought for the next championship, he lost, and his career was ruined. Upon discovering that Shane's life had been ruined because of her actions, Holly felt a deep sense of sadness. Filled with remorse, she rushed to Shane with her album, confessing her role in his career downfall and apologizing profusely. Shane, however, reacted with anger, demanding Holly to leave. In a desperate plea, Holly promised to restore Shane's lost reputation. Despite her assurances, Shane remained skeptical and walked away. Undeterred, Holly continued to follow him, even sitting with his manager to read messages. This puzzled Shane as he wondered why he was the only one who could see her. As the manager discussed an upcoming fight, Holly noticed discrepancies in the money being discussed. She interrupted, informing Shane about the real amount he was supposed to receive. Shane, surprised by Holly's insight, questioned why his manager couldn't see her. Holly seized the moment to expose the manager's dishonesty, revealing the true amount of money he owed Shane. The manager, caught off guard and embarrassed, had no choice but to rectify the deal. They stepped outside, and Shane couldn't hide his surprise at Holly's unique skills. When questioned, Holly admitted, "I can only see you." Shane found this hard to believe, skeptical of her claim. To prove her point, Holly stepped in front of an oncoming car. Just before impact, Shane instinctively pulled her to safety. However, the driver, perplexed by Shane's actions, insisted that he didn't see anyone there. This revelation left Shane contemplating the possibility that Holly was truly invisible to everyone else. Holly suggested that they might be connected for some reason and should help each other. Shane, convinced by the car incident, invited her to his house the next day for a detailed conversation. Upon arriving at Shane's house, Holly noticed that his dog didn't bark at her. This confirmed to Shane that Holly was indeed invisible. He began to share his own story, revealing that he had been thrown out of his house by his stepfather when he was young. After leaving Shane's house, he shared how people bothered him, leading him to find solace in fighting. He explained that fighting became his way of coping with life's challenges. Shane mentioned there was a fight happening soon, and Holly decided to attend. At the fight, Holly observed Shane battling for a mere $300. Impressed by his skills, she encouraged him to compete at a higher level, where his talents could truly shine. Shane expressed his frustration, noting that no fighter was willing to face him since his matches didn't attract spectators. Upon returning home, Holly researched famous fighters online and discovered one with a history of drug allegations. Determined to help Shane, she found a picture of the drugs and sent it to the fighter, blackmailing them into agreeing to fight Shane. Holly threatened to expose the fighter if they refused to compete against Shane. After Holy's successful blackmail, she informed Shane about the fighter agreeing to face him, the same fighter who had previously declined. This news left Shane both surprised and elated. In the following days, the anticipation for Shane's upcoming fight grew, capturing the attention of many. Fueled by enthusiasm and determination, Shane dedicated himself to intense preparation. The day of the fight arrived, and both fighters entered the ring, engaging in a fierce battle. The crowd witnessed a brutal exchange of blows as they fought relentlessly. Holy, intrigued by the match, chose to watch it from Shane's house rather than amidst the crowd. In a stunning turn of events, Shane emerged victorious, surprising everyone with his triumph. Upon returning home, he encountered Holy and shared the joy of his victory. During their celebratory meal, Shane, curious about Holy's existence, asked her about the reasons behind her invisibility. He sought to understand why she couldn't be seen by anyone. However, Holy misinterpreted his inquiry as an insult, leading her to respond with frustration and resentment. Shane hugged Holy, reassuring her that he wasn't mocking her and proving his sincerity. Their embrace was interrupted by a cameraman who attempted to capture a photo of them. To Shane's surprise, Holy's shadow was visible in the picture, prompting him to chase after the cameraman. Unfortunately, the cameraman had already fled the scene, but Shane wasn't perturbed as he didn't believe Holy would appear in the photo. The next day, Holy discovered her shadow in the album, hugged by Shane's shadow. Overjoyed by this revelation, she felt a sense of validation knowing that her presence had been captured in some form. Meanwhile, Shane attended a conference for his upcoming fight, where people questioned him about the mysterious girl in the picture. Disregarding their inquiries, Shane left the conference abruptly. Holy then targeted another bouncer, following him and entering his car unseen. She sent him a picture as blackmail, threatening to expose his affair from the previous night unless he agreed to fight Shane and ensured he wouldn't lose the match. The bouncer's reaction surprised Holy. He burst into laughter and agreed to her conditions without anger. Meanwhile, while spending time with Shane that night, Shane received a call from her friend Invisibility, the model whom with Shane was previously defamed. Invisibility encouraged Shane for his upcoming fight and congratulated him on his recent victory. Learning about Invisibility's return into Shane's life saddened Holy, as she realized she had developed feelings for him. On the day of the fight, Shane easily defeated the bouncer as agreed. Holy, wanting to elevate Shane's reputation, spread rumors about him challenging a renowned fighter named Attila. The news reached Attila's manager, who informed Attila about the proposed match. However, Attila flatly refused to fight Shane. Seizing an opportunity, Holy sneaked into Attila's house in search of incriminating evidence to blackmail him. However, her search yielded no clues. Feeling a sense of longing for her family, Holy decided to visit them. Upon arriving, she learned that her sister was expecting a child, but chose not to share the news with her husband for reasons unknown. Finding Shane with the model at the bar shattered Holy, prompting her to leave in sadness. However, Shane followed her and explained that while the model was his past and his love, Holy was his necessity. He confessed his lingering feelings for the model, which devastated Holy, who couldn't bear the thought. With a heavy heart, she left Shane and returned home, where news reports further saddened her by highlighting Shane's involvement with the model. Separated from Shane, Holy found solace in intoxication, drowning her sorrows. One day, Shane visited her, but she embraced him in the street, seeking comfort. Shane, however, refused her affection, prompting Holy to confront him about her invisibility and demanding an explanation for her condition. After their conversation, Shane left, leaving Holly feeling abandoned and distraught. In a fit of despair, Holly spiraled out of control, venting her anguish by breaking things in her house. In her frenzy, she accidentally broke the kaleidoscope necklace her mother had given her, symbolizing the loss of her emotional anchor and her growing turmoil. The next morning, Holly woke up to a shocking realization. She couldn't even see her reflection in the mirror anymore. When she sought Shane's help, she found herself completely invisible to him as well, leaving her in utter disbelief. Feeling lost and confused, Holy wandered aimlessly through the city, unsure of what to do next. Meanwhile, the model expressed her optimism about Shane's training, suggesting he would defeat Attila this time. However, when Shane questioned her loyalty, she evaded the topic, causing Shane to feel uneasy and doubtful. Disheartened by the exchange, Shane left the conversation unresolved. Feeling increasingly isolated and invisible, Holy made a grave decision. Before disappearing completely, she decided to bid farewell to her family for the last time. Upon returning home, Holy discovers that her sister hasn't informed her husband about her pregnancy. Sensing the moment, Holy ingeniously reveals the news by bringing sister's test results before her sister's husband, bringing joy and heartfelt embraces to the family. Moving on to her brother, Holy notices him admiring a girl on his camera. Aware of his feelings, she orchestrates an opportunity for them to connect, facilitating a conversation that blossoms into friendship. Turning her attention to her father, Holly observes his sadness as he gazes at their late mother's picture on his laptop, his eyes brimming with tears. Witnessing his enduring grief, Holly accompanies him to their mother's grave, offering a heartfelt apology and comforting presence. As the day of Shane's fight arrives, Holly stands by to support him, despite his struggles against Attila's relentless onslaught in the ring. Moved by his determination, Holly approaches the ring, placing her hand on Shane's, offering words of encouragement and reassurance in his moment of need. As the fight progressed, Shane initially couldn't see Holly, but eventually, she started seen by everyone, including Shane, without realizing it. Quickly, she rushed out of the ring to support Shane from the sidelines. However, a guard noticed her and grabbed her arm, intending to escort her out due to her lack of a ticket. Holly was shocked that the guard could see and touch her. Unfortunately, Shane lost the fight against Attila due to a few missed points. After the match, the model approached Shane with sympathy, but he ignored her and rushed to Holly, realizing his feelings for her. He stopped the guard from removing her, declaring that she was with him, and hugged her tightly. In the following days, Holly visited her father, surprised to see him, and they shared a joyful reunion. They embraced, marking a heartwarming conclusion to their story. And thus, the tale of this film comes to an end. Thanks for tuning in, guys.